Be exactly what you want to be without all of the fear around you. We have to stand up together. All right, welcome to another episode of Built to Exit with me, your humble host, Jason Sisneros. I am coming to you, as you can see, the background is a little bit different, but I am in Annapolis today for the Army-Navy game. So pumped and excited, been on the road for a couple of weeks now. We were in Miami, got to go to the Miami Jets game, and then we just got back from Kentucky. We're scouting out some new locations in Kentucky. Now I'm in Annapolis, and then I'm headed to New Jersey, and then back home, and then out of here to Grenada. So this is going to be one of the final shows of the year, and I just want to welcome everybody that is new to the show. Right now, currently, we have a live audience going on Twitter. Some of my favorite people on the face of the planet. We all gather together 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. every single Eastern Standard Time, by the way, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single Saturday. And we do content, and then we have great conversations about our businesses, about our lives, about our wins, about our challenges that we're going through. The Built to Exit community is growing. It is vibrant, and it is full of some of the most amazing people you'll meet. So if you're watching this on replay, make sure that you join us on Saturday. You're going to meet some amazing people going through some of the same challenges. And just to keep in mind, this show is hyper-focused on those people in business that have the epiphany, or maybe not so much an epiphany. You've just listened to me one or two times because I talk about this every single time. This show is specifically around the business owners that have the wisdom, the intelligence, the smarts to understand that everybody exits in a business. Everybody exits, okay? They to come to that conclusion, and then come to the conclusion that why this show exists is so that you can custom tailor your own exit. Because I am you, you are me, we are all the same people, and I have had an opportunity to exit a bunch of my businesses, and I went through the 3 exits. There's only 3 kinds of exits in the world. Number 1 is an involuntary exit. That is where you go out of business, you fail, or you die at your desk and there's no planning, there's no moving on. Like, that's an involuntary exit. And I had 3 of those early on in my career. The second type is sort of a dictated, uncomfortable exit, and that one is the second kind of exit that I had, which was, all right, I did better. I built something that actually somebody else wanted to acquire. I went into that process, and I equate it, guys. Think about it this way. You buy 10 to 14 cars in your lifetime, and you go into a dealership, you do your due diligence, you print out your KBB, you go in there and you're like, I'm armed, I'm not gonna get screwed in this dealership and this deal, blah, 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 I know what I'm doing. And you sit down across the table from somebody who sells 30 cars a month. Who has the advantage in that scenario? The person selling 30 cars a month. They know all your tricks. They know what you think it is. And they're gonna get the best deal that they can for their business, for their car dealership. Now, when I ran into the ability to be able to sell my company, that was a plus. That is again a rarity, actually, for you to be able to move your business to a place that it can be sold and somebody wants to buy it. So I had done that. I crossed that marker. But now I'm sitting across the table from somebody who was a professional buyer of businesses. And I got my ass kicked. I got my ass handed to me. I probably got paid 50% of what the business was actually worth. And then it got drug out over 3 years. And I was working harder in the business for those 3 years to make sure that I could get the money that they were going to pay me on that exit. And so I call that a dictated exit. And the third type is what we talk about, what we gather here around, is a custom tailored exit. Custom tailored to you, right? We don't want that dictated exit. And for most business owners, they end up deciding that they want to exit their business far too late. Number 1, only 7 to 10% of businesses that ever put themselves out on the market to be purchased ever sell. Okay? There's some really, really challenging statistics around this. So less than 7% ever sell. And by the way, you decide you want to sell it far too late. It takes about a good solid at least 18 months. If you're doing everything right, it takes 18 months to 3 years to prep your company up to a place where when you sit down across the table from a professional buyer, that it takes that amount of time for you to be able to prep it up and get it in shape, for you to be able to control the amount of money you're going to sell for and the timing of how quickly that's going to happen. Okay? Worth the timing, but most people go, okay, I want to sell my business. They put it on the market. They give it to a bunch of jokers who really don't have an interest in selling your business. It's not structured inside, and you spend the next year in a high hopes that you're going to sell it, and those hopes dwindle over the course of that year. You get a lot of time wasted with tire kickers and people that want you to carry all the debt and really just want you to continue to run the business so that they can sweep money off the table. So the idea here is of this show and why we're here, what we're going to continue to focus on in the coming months is that you understand, the first understanding has to be from you, that you know that you're going to build your business to exit. One of the biggest misconceptions is, no matter what I do, Jason, you don't know my business, I don't think I can ever really exit it. Go back to the beginning of what I said. Everybody exits. You're going to exit your business. How matters. So you want to start structuring out that conversation, and you want to start doing that today. I'm going to do a short piece today and looking into 2025, but I want you to understand that if you're watching this show, this is the content that you're going to be consuming, over the next year, 2 years. The people that have been following me for 2, 3, 4 years in another iteration of this show, we've gotten very, very specific. We're looking for people that come to that conclusion, I need to exit my business. They understand the idea that everybody exits, how it matters. And they want to learn the step-by-step, what are the things that have to happen? How do I prepare myself for the most intelligent buyers out there that are called private equity firms? And when you have prepped yourself up to be purchased by a private equity firm, it unlocks all of the levels below that for you to be able to exit. Are you a business owner that's looking to build your company into a machine that creates cash? I'm Jason Sisneros, chairman and founder of Anton J Global, a world-class business consulting company that has turned around, merged, or prepped for sale hundreds of companies just like yours. I'm best known as the architect when it comes to fixing and building companies across the globe. My experience comes from owning and exiting over 20 of my own companies successfully. It's that real-world experience that I've converted into the ultimate blueprint that has saved and grown my clients' businesses. If you're tired of getting bad advice, have bought all the books, all the coaching programs, and still aren't seeing the success that you were promised, it might be time to work with a team that has actual experience and a track record of success. Please scan the QR code or visit antonj.com to schedule your free 15-minute consultation to see if we can help you reach your outcomes. That's antonj.com, ANTONJAE.com. From getting your time back and being able to just keep your company, but you don't have to go in to run it every single day. That's one form of an exit. Why we call it custom tailored exits is because it's very specific to you. I'm having a conversation one-on-one with whoever's watching this show, and your custom tailored exit is what matters to you. Right now, we're in the midst of a lot of stuff that's going on in this country, here in the United States. I know I have a lot of foreign people that watch, but right here in the United States, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of distractions. Right now, it happens to be drones. Are they aliens? Are they foreign entities? Is it our own government? We have all of these things in these distractions that can take us off path. You control what you control. You can influence what you can influence. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world that you can't. Right? You're going to do the best you can, and whatever happens, you're going to pivot. You're a business owner. There are no better people on the face of the planet that understand how to pivot. Right? We have a 9/11, you have to pivot. We have a COVID, you have to pivot. We're the greatest pivoters on the face of the planet because no matter what, guess what? We have to be able to have our companies succeed and thrive so that we can pay our bills, so that we can buy a house, so that we can take care of our kids. That is the hyper focus that I want you to go into 2025 with. Whatever's going on around you, you want to filter it through the idea of how what can I do about it, number one, or how can I utilize that for me to speed my path towards my exit, okay? So that's the mindset, that's the idea, that's the energy that we're going through. And I wanted to talk just a little bit about 2025 because right now is the time when everybody's sitting down, getting ready for Christmas. New Year's is right around the corner, and people start to think about what we're going to be doing. What am I going to do? We sit down in businesses, we set up a plan, and for the most part, when I've run into businesses or business owners, the business planning goes a little bit like this. Okay. Let's go back, let's reverse to January 1st of 2024. And we sit down around the table and we get ourselves, even if you're a solopreneur, you sit down around the table with your multiple personalities and you look at your hats that are around the table, or you sit down, you have a team, you get it around the board table, the boardroom, and you go, okay, 2024, what are we going to do? And here's what it generally comes down to. Well, we did $1 million in sales last year, and next year we're going to do 1.2 million, right? Or we did $5 million in sales, now we're going to do 7 million. And everybody high fives each other, and then they go out and they do the same exact shit that they did last year. and expecting a different result, expecting to hit that thing. And then we come back together, and very rarely, this blows me away, very rarely when we sit back down to go into our planning for 2025 like we did for 2024, we look at 2025 and very rarely do people ask, how did we do in comparison to our outcomes that we set for 2024? We just go, here's the results. Okay, well, we did 900,000. What are we going to do for 2025? We're going to do $1.3 million. Right? It's this huge, excuse my language, but rectal pulls for numbers. And so as you head into 2025, we have a concept here with the Built to Exit community called Endgame. Okay? And everybody that's listening to me on live right now, I could hear the collective eye roll of going, Jason's going to talk about Endgame again. Yes, he is. Right? Because it's so important that you figure out exactly what is going to happen. Let's take 2025 for example. What do you want to happen in 2025? Yes, you're going to have a revenue goal. Yes, you should have a profit goal. Yes, you should have referral goals. Yes, you should have employee satisfaction goals. You should have all of those goals, and those are the numbers. Those are the targets on the list. Okay, I want to give you all something a little different to think about as you head into 2025. Okay. As you head into 2025, I want you to think about a number in your business, and it's called EBITDA, EBITDA, right? Earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Start studying that number, because when we talk about exit, that is the number, the very first number that gets talked about when you're talking to a potential buyer. They're going to want to know your EBITDA. Now, there's a lot of other things that go into your business, and I want to talk about 4 of them so that you are properly focused on the right target as you head into 2025. The first one is your EBITDA. Now, figure out what your EBITDA number is. It's going to be, some of you, it's going to be 0, right? Some of you, it's going to be maybe $10,000. Some of you, it's going to be $1 million. Some of you, it might be $2.5 million. But you're going to focus in on your EBITDA for 2025, because at the end of the day, whether you engage with us at Built to Exit, because we have us and an amazing group of people that have been trained to drive that EBITDA to a target. Now, the first target that you should look at is $5 million. A targeted EBITDA of $5 million. It opens up a lot of doors, okay? And like I said, if you open up those top doors, every other exit is available to you. So the idea is build it for that private equity firm to buy you, and build your business so that you have an EBITDA number of $5 million. Now, what happens at $5 million? Lots of things, okay? Lots of things. If you want to stay in your business, you want to own it, but you want to pull some of that money off of the table, what you do is you go into something called an ESOP, okay? That's one option. At $5 million, your valuation minimum is going to be about a $15 million business because people are buying the future and you're selling the past, right? And so that valuation could be anywhere from $15 to $30 million. In my vast experience, $15 to $30 million changes people's lives. Okay, it gives you that first level of freedom, that first level of financial choice, right? Your choice with your time, choice what to invest in next, to go into a charity, to go on that sailing trip around the world with your significant other. These are numbers that are life-changing. This group of people, Built to Exit, is set up specifically to do that, right? There's nobody, no brand, nobody better than me, my team, and the Built to Exit brand to be able to drive you to that $5 million EBITDA if you're not there yet. Now, if you're at a 5 million or above, there's some things that we can do and some more advanced and technical things that we can do to help you out. But for the vast amount of the 33 million businesses that that exist in this country, and many more worldwide, that $5 million EBITDA gets you everything that you thought you wanted in your business. It gets you everything that you thought when you started your business. That is success for you. Okay, and let's go back to the idea that there's lots of distractions going on. If that becomes your number one target, it takes away distractions, not just the drones or the political environment or whatever, but it also takes you away from scrolling endlessly through Instagram, watching a bunch of fakers in their rented Lamborghinis and all of the stuff that they're putting out there for their lifestyle. You silence the distractions going into 2025. My number one target, my number one outcome is to build my business to a place of having $5 million of EBITDA, right, on the books. Now, what is that going to take for you to be able to focus on that? This is what we do every single day. This is what Built to Exit is set up to do. The long-term plan is to bring the small business and mid-sized companies together so that we have more power, so that we have more voice, so that we don't get called non-essential when we are literally about $18 trillion combined revenue and 60% of the hiring here in the United States with nobody to stand up for. That is my long-term goal. That's why I'm actually playing this game. And in order to do that, right, what I have found in my life is that the greatest way to help friends and to earn trust is to make people money. Most of the people that you'll find in the live audience and people that have been at my wedding, people that are around me, the people that have been with me for years, they are better off financially for having known me. That is how we earn trust. You don't have to trust me you don't have to trust me in a long-term relationship when my only goal is to make you money. And did I do that or did I not? Because money, and I want to pause on this for a second, because money is just a tool, right? It's not the end-all be-all. That is also a mistake. If you're going into 2025, you just want to make money. There's a lot of businesses that are making a lot of money, but they have forgotten that the idea is that they're going to exit and to start setting that up. And so a lot of that money gets filtered out into stuff that is not revenue generating. It is not getting you a return on your investment. So when I talk about money, what I'm talking about is building real financial strength for you and your family. The reason why I do this, the reason why I can even talk to you, the reason why I have a reputation is because I was able to do it for myself. And I was able to take my own life and to be able to go from a nobody from nowhere to a place of my own custom exit where I own all of my choices, right? I do this out of passion. I don't do this to pay my rent, right? If Built to Exit never sold a dime I'm good. The more people that engage with B2X, my job is to make them more money, get them more freedom, and my team is hyper-focused on falling in love with your outcome of creating your exit. It's a rarity. We are a rarity. I'm not just pounding my own chest here. I'm just telling you, when you get to know my people, when you get to meet the Built to Exit people, the people that are in the live audience right now, these are people that are genuinely interested in the proper concept of building their business to exit, getting choice, getting freedom for them themselves. Because each and every one of you has something more than beyond just paying the bills. Everybody that I know, right? And if not, you're not going to be a part of Built to Exit, because we have people that support veterans, we have people that we do child rescues, we do domestic violence support, we feed people around the world. Like, that is what the money can be used for, which gives you purpose beyond just going to work for a paycheck every day. I'm very, very passionate about this, and so is the B2X community. Hi, my name is Jason Sisneros, founder and chairman of Anton J Global, a world-class business consulting company that has helped hundreds of clients and thousands of growth course students fix, scale, and successfully master their businesses. To put it simply, my team and I help people turn their businesses into machines that create cash. To better support startups and other mid-sized companies, my team and I developed a phenomenal and comprehensive digital growth course where I poured decades of business ownership and know-how into 20 hours of content. This course is not easy. It's not an easy pill, but demands real work from you to implement the blueprints that I've developed. We know that reaching financial freedom is never easy, but totally worth it. Go to growthcourse.com right now to learn more about the course and get started on your business journey today. So a couple of things that you want to focus on is, number one, put that $5 million EBITDA on a target somewhere. Right? Forget all of the other stuff that you're doing. Just let's drive your business, the asset called your business. And I want everybody to repeat, I am not my business is not me. So you do not get hyper-focused to your identity being your business. You are just the architect. You are the builder of a machine that is eventually going to have a value, a book value, EBITDA value of $5 million. Opens up all your doors for you. That's your number one target. Where are you going to focus? Relationship to your customers, right? You're going to want to hyper-focus on being able to create a referral, which means that you are, from the time somebody trusts you with their wallet and they make a purchase with you to the time that they finish their experience with you, that you have done everything that you possibly can for you to be able to, with integrity, ask them, hey, could you give me a referral? Right? That is the easiest money. That's the biggest pile of money that I see on the table that so many people have earned but don't ask for. And there's a lot of businesses that are out there that are just looking for that next sucker. If your business is set up that way, then you're doing the wrong thing. So relationship to customer. Get some financial understanding and awareness, because you want to have clarity and sophistication in your books as you approach that $5 million EBITDA, some clarity and some sophistication, so that when that potential buyer comes in and sits down, that all of your numbers are in a row. Okay? Third, your management team. You want to further exit away from you being necessary in your business. As you approach that $5 million, you want to get further away from being needed in the day-to-day of your organization. Number four is create a meticulous exit plan. Okay? Meticulous exit plan takes all the three things that I just told you and your own end game and plugs it in so that you know whether you're getting closer to or further away from your outcome. Okay? And I want you to go, as you go into 2025, I want you to remember that you are a member of a very elite crew, a very elite amount of people that are called business owners. I say it every single episode that you owning a business in today's environment is a direct act of rebellion. I know your heart. You don't want to be owned. You don't want to work for somebody else. You don't want to make somebody else wealthy. You want to free your own family, and you don't want to beg for government assistance. I know you. You have the heart of a rebel, and your business is that act. And we get driven down and sucked in and sucked down into the day-to-day and get distracted by everything that's going on around the world. Hyper-focus should be your 2025 outcome. Okay? Hyper-focus and choose that EBITDA. If you want our help, reach out to us. I've got a great group of people that are being trained and have been trained on doing one thing well, and that is custom tailoring your exit and helping you get there faster for the most money and the shortest amount of turnaround time for when you want to actually exit your business. Okay? Reach out to us. It's really, really easy to do. There's 3 steps that we talk about. Now, first step is to assess where you are. Okay? B, the letter B, the number 2, the letter X, system. Go to B2X system. There's an assessment there that has cost people a lot of money in the past. It's there for you for free as you go into 2025. Assess where your business is. Where is it before you start going to that end game, okay? Second piece is develop your end game. What does your exit look like specifically for you? And then you build the bridge with assets, processes, procedures, SOPs, all the stuff to be able to predictably deliver you to your end game. We do that every single day. We do it faster than anybody else. That is what we do, okay? So if you need any help, you just reach out to us. But remember that, and your mindset has to shift. Your biggest mindset shift has to be that whatever you look, if you look at your bank account right now, you look at your relationships, you look at your health, you look at your relationship to your kids, you look at your own personal level of joy, right? That is because of the mindset that you have had up to this moment, looking me in the eyes or listening to me on the podcast live on Twitter, okay? It is a result of how you think. It is a result that because those thoughts become your behaviors and what you find out in the world and your filter. Look, I'm not a personal coach. There's lots of great personal coaches that are out there, but I can tell you this from my coaches that the mindset shift goes beyond what you believe you're worth. It goes beyond what you have been told by your parents, by the environment that you find yourself around, the friendships that you have. It goes beyond because your potential is far beyond what you're demonstrating right now. And I don't care what level you're at. I don't care what level I'm at. My potential is still far beyond what I've been able to accomplish, and I've been able to accomplish things that I never thought possible when I was younger. You have to shift up. You have to level up. You have to gear up on your mindset to say, you know what? Here's what I want to do. Because it's in your heart anyway. It's been in your heart this whole entire time, and nobody can take it away. And it's very unique and very special and very specific to you. Your outcomes are not my outcomes. I don't want you to become me. What I want you to do is build this asset, this thing called a tool, the thing that you have obviously been called to do and have a competence for because you own a business right now. If you don't own a business, very unlikely that you're listening to me, right? But if you already are there, then you know you have something bigger than what you've demonstrated in 2024, 2023, 2022. You have something bigger that you want to accomplish. This asset is the greatest tool on the face of the planet given to anybody. Think about this just for a second. Your production, the $33 million business, 60% of the GDP in the United States, 60% of the hiring. Guess what? That military that's funded, that's from us. Our government, the people that are sitting in that government, that's from us. Those streets that we're driving on, that's from us. Right? Those schools that are being built, that's from us. Those charities that are being funded, that's from us. That's from you. You are not insignificant. And Built to Exit exists so that you know that you are not alone in the journey that you're on. Nobody in Built to Exit has pretense and thinks that they are better than you. Nobody that is in the live audience right now thinks that they are better than anybody that's sitting next to them. I don't think I'm better than you. I have some knowledge and some information that will help you, and you have some knowledge and information, and your very existence as a business owner keeps me free, keeps my kids free, and keeps a freedom available for our grandkids and generations that we don't know. That's who you are, business community. That's who you are, whoever's watching me. So set that mind shift and that mindset 10 notches higher. And stop believing anything that creates doubt in your mind that tells you that you can't do it. I believe wholeheartedly with every cell in my body that if God put in your mind an objective that you want to achieve, that was gifted to you, correspondingly, you've been given the tools to be able to achieve it. There's nothing that you can think that possible that cannot be accomplished by you. The right people, the right community, the right information, the right hard work, the discipline, but it starts with you. Find out where you are. Go to b2xsystem.com, get your assessment. It's free. Set up an appointment to have a conversation with somebody about your business. Do that. It's all free. Set your end game. That's free. You just sit down because it's unique to you. and then build the systems to be able to achieve it. We're here to help if you need it. Okay? So make 2025 the year, because the next couple of years, I believe we're going into a golden age of small and mid-sized companies that is unbelievable. There's already more money sitting out there right now, $1.5 trillion sitting in asset under management in private equity firms' bank accounts that they cannot spend, that they cannot invest, because there's not enough businesses that are built the right way to guarantee the return that they want that money deployed to do. Make your business one of them in the next 18 months to 24 to 36 months, and you will be able to exit. You'll get that $15 to $30 million exit for yourself and for your family, and give yourself choices. That is my deepest heart's desire for you. I know what freedom tastes like. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I want you to experience it. So make your 2025 super powerful. Make sure you put that target on the $5 million EBITDA as your target. Start to figure out in those 4 areas that I was talking to you about: your relationship to your customer, your management team, your financial clarity, and your meticulous exit plan. If you need any help for that, we're here. Just reach out, builttoexit.biz. You can go there, read all about it, and get a hold of us. But other than that, I wish you nothing more. I wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all of the religions, all of the traditions, all of those things. And I hope that you are pulling back like on a slingshot for yourself, so that January 1st you are shooting out to your dreams and to accomplishing what you want to in your life. I love you very much. I'm so appreciative of your attention. I know that you give me your time. I know that you give me your focus. I know that everybody's taking, not everybody that's watching this is taking the things that we talk about, and you're actually using them in your business. And I see the progress, and I see the expansion. It's slow. It's hard. It's in private. You're alone. You feel like you're alone out there. But this is a place where you can share those pains. We're going to shut this off. The video is going to shut off. We're going to have conversations in the room about people's successes, about the challenges. They're going to ask questions. They're going to tell stories, all that kind of stuff. We are a community that produces 60% of the GDP in the most valuable, the richest country on the face of the planet. We do 60% of it. It's time we all realize it and come together to be able to influence AI and the antitrust situation and never getting called non-essential again. It's important. You're important. Your end game needs to be specific, and you need to be able to accomplish it. I'm Jason Sisneros, chairman and founder of Built to Exit, Anton J, lots of other different companies. But I love you, and I wish you and your family nothing but happiness and joy during the season. And for you to get that, to build up that momentum, set your mindset higher, and for you to be able to accomplish beyond your wildest dreams. I'm Jason Sisneros, and we will see you next week on Built to Exit.